Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with today's load prompt and Elvis Crop challenge. So the load prompt is based on something that takes precision, something that you do that requires precision, and then you're supposed to cut out some elements in a way that required precision. If you've been watching me for a while, if you know my work, you know that precision is not my middle name. And so I'm going to talk about the precision haircut and color that Katie gave me first on my birthday, December 12th, and then a recharge trim and adding in some more color on February 8th. So I'll let her be the one with precision. And I fussy cut some elements and did some other stuff. And I'm telling an additional story there, which you're going to laugh about. Forever, I have been accused of having Robert Plant hair. And if you've seen my hair when it was curly, I look back, I Googled him to see some of the older photos because most of the time when they say Robert Plant hair, I'm thinking I have hair like that. And I do. On bad hair days, that's kind of what it looks like. On good hair days, it's kind of like that. You know, it's got some ringlets and some shape to it, and not that whatever's going on there. So I looked at a 70s photo of Robert Plant, and oh my God, his hair was gorgeous. And I was thinking, okay, how was I wearing my hair at the time? I thought I needed to be times were different. Women were trying to be um, as there was a professionalism that women were accused of not having that we were trying to achieve. So, in order to keep my curls kind of under control, I kept my hair short. But if it had grown out, it would have looked pretty much just like that. So, I'm including these, and I'm going to have them, the prompt or the challenge in the Elvis Crop is to have it's based on the song Suspicious Minds, and you're supposed to have a hidden element. So I'm going to have this envelope. I've got little foam on the back, and I'm going to slide this in. I'm also going to slide in this photo, which was taken recently with the extra purple, and it shows more of the purple. So my whole page is about purple. So we'll kind of say I have a little bit of purple twine want to add to it. First thing I'm going to do is some purple mixed media. So let's move the camera down. I have a stencil here. It's a Vicki Boutin stencil. Doesn't come from any of her collections. It was one that she did kind of especially for a gel plate class. And so I'm just going to kind of do some swirlies. I chose it because it's swirly, kind of like my Robert Plant hair. So I'm just going to put some color down. This first was shaded lilac, Victorian velvet, and there's going to be a little bit of a play on this later. One of the things I did was look up a bunch of synonyms for the word purple, and I typed those up or printed them and cut them out, and I'm just going to spread them around. My title is going to be Perfectly Purple. So let's see where we're... And this is Seedless Preserves. I use Wilted Violet, which is my favorite of the purples in Tim Holt's arena there. Let me move it down a bit, and I'm going to try to not match it up necessarily. And I'm going to have to go over the colors again. I envision most of my photos and my cluster to go down the right side and then over across the bottom. So that's my idea. That was Dusty Concord, and this is Villainous Potion. And there is a fairly obvious break between the two places that I put the stencils. I was hoping that wouldn't be the case, but I'll figure out something to do. That may be where my title goes. It may go, I don't know if you can see kind of right there, but if I put my title there, you can't see that line, and the line isn't so obvious over here. So I think we've decided where the title's going to go. Okay, now that I've got this and pretty much got all the little hairs dusted off, I'm going to start with the before photo, which is the Robert Plant hair. And it's going to go kind of like so. And then this was the after hair. And I'm going to kind of go like this. Maybe bring it down because I think I want to have I did some labels. This is the before. I'm going to go ahead and glue those on just to get them on. Don't want a lot of glue on there. What I'm doing is I pulled just about everything purple from Discover and Create. And I'm just gonna try to work it in. I'll try to make it make sense. And okay, so now I'll put that there. Okay, now I have this. This is from the Papery pack. It is a coffee stain, and it's a not vellum, but washi tape sticker. So I'm going to put it, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it where I want it, the outside of it to be, and then that'll tell me where it has to go underneath these photos. Okay, there's that. And then over on the other side, I have this, the purplish parts of the color wheel. And I'm going to put these flat because I'm planning to layer some things over top of them. Let's see. That's not where I wanted that to be because there's a little bit showing right there, but I can fix that I'll put something there. I'll find something to put there. Like, and let me put this down just for the heck of it. And I'm going to see if, I'm just going to take the purple that's left on my brush there and do the edges. Not exactly a really heavy inked edge, but a hint of purple on it. So there's that. And maybe I could work this in somehow. I'll just kind of leave that there for the time being. The next thing I'm going to do is the kind of envelope cluster. There was in the papery pack this, which is an envelope with a note that you could do some journaling on or put a photo, and it's got a little postcard-ish thing that has a stamp on it that has a purple butterfly. So I'm really liking it a lot. What I want to do is layer this envelope over it so that you don't lose those other envelopes. So I kind of want this to be that way. And then I'm going to put this on top, and we'll put the Robert Plant photos in there, and I will have another card inserted that tells the Robert Plant hair story. And I didn't want those to be a main feature of my page, of my layout, but it's okay to have them okay, putting that very precisely so that I have a little bit of the beige envelope kind of peeking out on the sides so that you get the idea that it's kind of a stack of envelopes. Okay, so these two things are going to go in here and partly stick out. Let me get this one in here like that. And then I want to take the twine and run it through. And I did some glue, that some foam strips on here that and also on the little frame here in order to kind of fortify them, kind of make them a little stronger. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of wind it around like that, and this I'll do the same thing. It's very thin paper, the papery, so this clip is very thin paper. So I'll put that on there like that, and it's kind of twirled around, and I'm needing for it to stay because I can't glue it down. Let me see if I can maybe tie it a little bit. And then what I can do is glue it to the frame, and that's okay. And then that gets it going in the direction I want it. Okay, so there. That's how it's gonna stay. And now let's put some of the fun things in there. I've got a little thing here that says precision cut, and I want to put it on this the after photo, and kind of maybe, let's see, where do I want that? Because I have some scissors that I want to put I hate that that's okay. I guess I could put it over, couldn't I? I don't want it to go off the page. So how about I do the scissors? I don't want the scissors. They cover up too much of that. So when I envisioned this, I didn't have this quite so far over to the side of the page. But okay, here's what I really planned, was to have this paint splat right here. This is another one of those washi tape stickers, and I was going to put it right here, and it kind of goes with this splat that's on this frame. And I was going to have these paint brushes out here, kind of ending in the splat. It just as a nod to the fact that she hand painted those strips, those streaks in my hair. So I can do it this way, and is there a place for the scissors in this little scenario? There are some smaller scissors. Excuse me for a second while I run to the table. These smaller scissors aren't purple, but the other color that we have on the page is this kind of wheat beige. So I think I can make these work if I tuck them under there, bring them up. I'm going to cut a piece of that off. So, and then I'm going to put, these had gotten a little bit kind of bent, as you can see. I'm not putting a lot of glue because it's very thin paper. Okay, should have put that there. It's perfect on the end there. And now I can put the precision cut on here. And that's already, the glue's already been taken off. I have to be sure I don't glue down. And I put precision cut in there as a nod to the load prompt, which is something that requires precision. So I've got these scissors, which I could now use kind of as part of something heading over in that direction if I so choose. So I am going to so choose, because they're just such a perfect color, and because the haircut and the precision nature of it, Katie really kind of, for years, of course, has been kind of studying my hair. Um, and kind of knows, like, had in her mind what kind of cut to give me, and the last cut I got from her before the trim on February 8th was, I don't know, um, well into last year, and it was just it's held its shape, and it's really done a great, been a great haircut. Okay, so now I'm going to add some flowers, a grouping of flowers over here. Let me, do I want one here, and then this, maybe like that, and these, I'm just gonna commit. I'm just gonna put them down and live with where they are. And I'm going to curl up the ones that aren't touching others. Love these flowers. I always, when Vicki Boutin comes out with a new release, a new collection, I'm always looking for the flowers. I wasn't a fan of the cabbage rose type flowers on the, I forget what collection that was. I want to put this star of the show here, and then the Katybug somewhere nearby, and this number one somewhere. Let's see if that works. The February recharge could actually go on here. I'm going to do that. I think that's what I had in mind when I put the February on there. I'm going to do this and then put this back in. There we go. Okay, let me put the star of the show here, and that's a nod to the fact that she's actually headed to a show in Paris. She's been to New York and Chicago, and she's headed to Paris. I'm going to cover up that heart with this little ladybug. I've got my overlapping hearts here, and I don't know. The placement of this was determined by the kind of a break that showed there. It was my bad mixed media. It was the fault of my faulty mixed media. I'm actually going to put this flower somewhere else. I had envisioned the title going across here, but it didn't. Okay, so there, I'm gonna put this number 1 right down here. It's purple, and it's she's my number 1 hairdresser, hairstylist that I've ever had in my life. So let's do this and this. How about that for my title? Kind of comes up to there, and then this goes here. It's kind of a mess, but I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of put names for the color purple around in different places. Where do I want to put these? Like, oh, I know what I could do. I could do a line of them here, and it comes down to perfectly purple. Lavender, lilac. I should have kind of spaced them out. Checked the spacing. I think it's gonna work. All right. Okay, not perfectly spaced, but I varied the spacing between them anyway and varied the angles. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to put on will be these little, few of these little purple glitter drops from Pinkfresh Studio that were sent to me by a dear friend and subby. And then I'm going to photograph it and get it out there, get the video up and out. I will show you. I'm not going to make you watch me do these because it's torturous watching me actually try to grab them and get them on the glue, get a glue drop down and get them on it. So let me show you the page. There we go. And it's perfectly purple. So I will I'll be posting on the finished page on Facebook and Instagram, so hope you'll check it out there. Thank you for watching, and bye.